In the desolate expanse of northern Ukraine, beneath a sky devoid of starlight, the clock ticked past midnight. The date was April 26, 1986, a date forever etched in history, synonymous with the world's worst nuclear disaster, Chernobyl. At the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant, reactor number 4 became a fiery inferno, spewing forth invisible poison into the night. The explosion shattered the illusion of infallible Soviet engineering and unleashed an invisible enemy upon the world: radiation. First responders, unaware of the invisible danger, rushed to the scene, their bravery the first line of defense against a foe they could not see, smell, or touch. At the heart of the Chernobyl disaster lay the RBMK 1000 reactor, a design fundamentally flawed from its inception. This reactor, while innovative in some respects, harbored dangerous weaknesses that were overlooked or underestimated by its designers and operators. The RBMK 1000 was known for its instability, a ticking time bomb waiting for the right set of circumstances to unleash its fury. Its design flaws were not just theoretical, they had real-world implications that would eventually lead to catastrophe. One critical flaw was its positive void coefficient, meaning any increase in power output made the reactor more unstable. This characteristic made the reactor particularly dangerous during power surges, which were not uncommon. On that fateful night, a poorly planned safety test went disastrously wrong, setting in motion a chain reaction that quickly spiraled out of control. The test, intended to improve safety, instead exposed the reactor's fatal weaknesses. The operators, under immense pressure and hampered by a culture of secrecy, made fatal decisions, disabling key safety systems. These actions, driven by a lack of proper training and understanding, sealed the reactor's fate. The explosion was not just a technological failure, it was an indictment of a system that prioritized secrecy over safety. The disaster highlighted the dire consequences of a culture that valued appearances over transparency and accountability. In the immediate aftermath of the Chernobyl explosion, a different kind of courage emerged from the ashes. Firefighters, the first to arrive, bravely battled the inferno, unaware of the lethal doses of radiation they faced. Their sacrifice bought precious time, preventing the fire from spreading to other reactors. Then came the liquidators, soldiers, miners, engineers, and volunteers, mobilized to contain the disaster and clean up the radioactive debris. These unsung heroes worked tirelessly in hazardous conditions, their bodies exposed to dangerous levels of radiation. Among the most heroic efforts was the work of coal miners, who dug a tunnel beneath the reactor to install a cooling system, preventing a meltdown. The Soviet Union, built on secrecy and control, reacted to the Chernobyl disaster by suppressing information and downplaying its severity. The initial response was to maintain a facade of normalcy, even as the situation grew increasingly dire. The official news agency, TASS, issued a brief statement 24 hours after the explosion, claiming the situation was under control. This statement was meant to reassure the public and the international community, but it lacked crucial details about the true extent of the disaster. This attempt to control the narrative quickly unraveled as radiation levels across Europe shattered the Kremlin's wall of silence. Countries across the continent began to detect unusually high levels of radiation, leading to widespread concern and alarm. Evidence of the disaster, carried by the wind, forced the Soviet Union to acknowledge the true scale of the catastrophe. Reluctantly, Soviet officials began to release more information, but the damage to their credibility was already done. The delay in releasing information likely resulted in unnecessary deaths and long-term health problems for countless individuals. Hospitals were overwhelmed with patients suffering from radiation sickness, and the true human cost of the disaster began to emerge. The Chernobyl disaster exposed the inherent flaws and fragility of a closed system that crumbled under the weight of its own secrets. The long-term impact of the disaster continues to be felt, serving as a stark reminder of the dangers of secrecy and the importance of transparency. In the aftermath of the Chernobyl disaster, a 30-kilometer radius around the power plant became a desolate wasteland. This area, known as the Chernobyl exclusion zone, became a ghost town, its buildings abandoned, its streets reclaimed by nature. The once bustling city of Pripyat stands as a chilling monument to the disaster, a haunting reminder of the lives upended. The explosion released a massive amount of radioactive material, contaminating vast areas of land and water bodies. The invisible enemy, radiation, left its mark on the environment, affecting plant and animal life. The long-term effects of radiation exposure, such as cancer and other health problems, continue to affect thousands of people. The Chernobyl disaster stands as a solemn reminder of the devastating consequences of technological hubris and the importance of nuclear safety. The explosion at reactor number 4 in 1986 not only caused immediate destruction, but also left a lasting impact on the environment and human health. It is a stark lesson about the need for transparency and accountability in the nuclear industry. The lack of timely information and the initial cover-up exacerbated the disaster's effects, showing the critical need for open communication. The disaster prompted a reassessment of nuclear safety standards worldwide, leading to improvements in reactor design and stricter regulations. Countries around the globe took heed, implementing more robust safety measures to prevent such a catastrophe from happening again. It also highlighted the importance of international cooperation in the field of nuclear safety. Collaborative efforts have since been crucial in sharing knowledge and best practices to enhance global nuclear safety. The echoes of Chernobyl remind us of the importance of learning from past mistakes and maintaining rigorous safety protocols. The cleanup efforts and the ongoing monitoring of the site serve as a testament to the enduring impact of the disaster. As we navigate the challenges of the 21st century, the lessons of Chernobyl serve as a constant reminder of the responsibility that comes with harnessing the power of the atom. The advancements in nuclear technology must always be balanced with a commitment to safety and vigilance. Hey everyone, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our new videos. Let's get started! Subscribing is super simple. Just click the red button below. All done? Awesome! And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and tell your friends. See you in the next one. Bye!